What happens when the narcissist knows that you know? Don't live in fear. Okay, I got you covered. I'm going to tell you what happens when the narcissist knows that you know and how to prepare for it. So you're going to want to watch this video all the way to the end so that you're going to be ready for everything. I'm Rebecca Zung. I'm an attorney. I'm also a narcissist negotiation expert. I've helped so many thousands of people go from lives of being paralyzed, of being in that place of like not knowing what to do, of being frozen and feeling like you can't win, all the way from being able to shift that dynamic and turn it around and actually overcome narcissists and actually find a solution, create a plan, create a strategy, create leverage, and break free and actually come out relatively unscathed. If you want to be able to do the same thing, first of all, you got to subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell, because I'm over here uploading brand new videos every single day, giving you free information, free content, because I'm on a mission over here for you. And get my free Crush My Negotiation prep worksheet. You need to get that, crushmydeal.com. Make sure you do that free worksheet, 15-page ebook, crushmydeal.com. Make sure you get that. Listen to this video, because by the end of this video, I'm going to give you so many free tips and tricks. All right. But when the narcissist knows that you know, you will, you're going to have to deal with some stuff first. But then it'll change and you're going to know what to do. All right. So the first thing that the narcissist is going to do is they're going to turn on the charm, because that's what they do. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, what's going on here? And so they're going to go back to the well. They're going to go back to what worked for them at the beginning, which was that love bombing thing. That's what they did at the beginning. So they're going to turn on that charm and they're going to see if that works, at least initially, because they're going to be panicking a little bit. So they may try to love bomb you, future fake you, try to see if that works. Oh, we can do this, whatever it is. And this is the same thing if it's in a romantic relationship or a business relationship. They do the same thing. I was in a business relationship with a narcissist. It was the same thing. When I started to try to exit out of the business relationship, suddenly the business partner started doing all the things that they were supposed to be doing all the way through the relationship, which was actually, to me, annoying, because it was like they knew what they were supposed to be doing the whole time and didn't do it. So I was like thinking, okay, so you knew what you were supposed to be doing. So to me, that didn't work. So what happens is they realize, oh, this isn't working, because when you're done, right? So this is, the narcissist knows you're on to them. So now they're starting to feel threatened by your knowledge. They're threatened. And so with the narcissist, it's all black and white, black and white. You're either for them or against them. There's no gray area. And remember, they're very easily slighted, very easily slighted. So once they realize that you're on to them, you become public enemy number one. Now they're going to try to silence you. Now you are going to be the enemy. They're going to try to gaslight you, to try to say, hey, whatever it is that you think you know, you don't know. So they're going to try to make you believe that whatever it is, that information that you might have, you don't have, or it's wrong, or that you're crazy, you're delusional, that sort of thing. So they may even try to discredit you, try to attack you. They'll go to others, try to get them to be on their side. Now, this may have been going on for a while. by the way, especially if it's covert narcissist, because, they instinctively know that it may not work out at some point. So even long before the discard phase actually happens, if they think that it's going to be happening at some point, they will start that planting of seeds with third parties, because they don't want you to feel aligned with anyone else in their world. They want you to be sort of isolated. They want to be the ones aligned with other people. They don't want you to be the ones aligned with other people. So they make sure that you feel isolated. They make sure that they're the ones that have the people aligned with them, and you feel like you don't have. So they'll make sure they know that they spoke to this person and you didn't, or they have the closer relationship and you don't, and that they talk to them more, or that they got the better information from that person. And everything's sort of a competition even before you actually have the breakup with this person, because it's got to be a competition with them, and even if you're not that way, and you're all over there going, that's great that you spoke to that person, or that's lovely that you had that conversation, or I'm so glad you had lunch with that person. They don't see it that way. They still want you to feel like you're isolated, or they have this better thing going on. And so it's very difficult to have a normal relationship with a person when they're not having a normal relationship with you. What's happening though is they're planting seeds against you with these third parties, whether it's dropping little things about you. Well, they're not really working all that hard, or they don't really like you, or they drink too much. Whatever it is that they're saying about you, she does this thing, or she doesn't really take care of the kids, or she's not great with numbers. They just drop these little things that aren't great. And so when it comes time to actually have the breakup, they've already discredited you in such a way that it actually seems plausible to do the full-on attack, because they've sprinkled in these little things about you all along. So they constantly are discrediting, and planting seeds, planting enough doubt. And that way, this other person's sort of looking for something about you. And if there's just a hint of something, there's that confirmation bias going on. Oh, yeah, I see it. Yeah. And so there's that manipulation going on of people around you. It's just, it could be sort of subliminal. That's what's happening of the people around you. And you may not even realize that it's going on. So that's what happens when the narcissist knows that you know. Another thing that happens when the narcissist knows that you know is they will start filing false pleadings against you in court. They might start doing that, depending on how malignant they are. They might even file things against you that are completely false, say things that are, completely will ruin your life. I've seen that before. One of the things that you need to do early on is make sure you go on the offensive. Make sure that you keep track of everything. Document. And one of the things that I tell people constantly is don't fall for, we don't need lawyers, or we can just settle this ourselves, that sort of thing. You get lulled into believing that they want to do this amicably or that something like that. Let me tell you, if they were liars the whole entire time that you were in a relationship with them, whether it's a business relationship or a personal relationship, they're most certainly not going to start telling you the truth when you're on opposite sides. It doesn't make any sense. They will definitely be lying to you now. They are out for themselves, and you are public enemy number one. Don't fall for it. You need to take care of yourself. I know that you know this is what happens when the narcissist knows that you know. If you understand what I'm saying, give me an amen in the comments right now. Just write amen in the comments, because you know that I know what I'm talking about over here, right? It's all black and white with them. They're in it for themselves. And what happens is if you fall for it, then you end up so far behind in the negotiations or so far behind in the communications. And by the time you figure out what's going on, they've gotten away with so much. And you feel like things are so unfair. But part of it is because you started off at the beginning with thinking that everything was going to be good or everything was going to be nice, or you just wanted what's fair and you just wanted what was good. And, you came at it with such good intentions, but they didn't. They didn't, even though that may have been what came out of their mouth. That's not what they felt. So keep track of everything. Document everything. Stay on the offensive. Stay on the offensive. If you're an empath, which more than likely you probably are, it probably goes against your grain to do that. You probably feel like, oh, I don't want to fight. But let me just tell you, if you don't want to fight and you're dealing with a narcissist, then that's what you have to do. That's what you have to do. It's counterintuitive, but that is what you end up having to do. And so what I want you to do, the next video that you need to watch is called Create Leverage in Negotiations. So if you want to be able to create leverage in negotiations so that you don't have to fight, go ahead and watch that video so that you don't end up having to fight. All right. So make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Grab my free Crush My Negotiation Prep worksheet at crushmydeal.com. Join my free private Facebook group, Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung. Make sure you do that too. And remember that today is a great day to start negotiating your best life. It always is. Remember, they only win if you give in, but there's no reason to do that because there's so much support for you here. There's so much here. I've helped many, many thousands of people win their negotiations. I've helped many, many, many millions of people through this channel. We get so many emails and direct messages every single day of the people whose lives that we've changed and transformed. You can do the same thing as well. Remember that there is that help and support for you right here. So make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, go watch Create Leverage in Negotiations, and I will see you over